Hello, everybody. JGamerB here, and it's been months now since I last talked about Halloween. And I figured now that we have 19 days left until the early access of September 4th, I thought I'd just make another video of just talking more about Halloween the game. And so far, the game is still being questioned by so many people of whatever or not it's going to last. And I mean, you got a lot of people that are just spreading a lot of misinformation shit that is still going around the internet. But I mean, as we get new teasers of the kills and how the game is starting to look more, it looks very promising on how much polish it's getting compared to Pack East. Like we can easily tell that it's been more improved than how Pack East was, and but there's still people that are gonna trash it, and that's just how it is. I've seen one dude that says it's still not polished enough, even though it looks pretty damn good. Like I just feel like at this point, people just want it to get fucked up. Like they want it to fucked up bad, but they like the new kills and stuff and the new teasers. It's looking pretty damn good, and I mean, no doubt that the fans and I are really excited on into playing the game. Um, but I'm also worried about one major thing. So I don't think any of you know what. I don't know how many people know this game, but there's a new ASIM game I heard called Carnival Hunt. Now I've never played it. I think it's only exclusively to PC and never on console. But I've never played. I heard about it way back in like July, like the late of July, I think. Um, but either way, yeah. I only heard it release, and that was just about it. And I'm also hearing that 2 weeks after its release, I heard it's already losing a lot of players because the devs in that game um, is craving to the survivor side or the bunnies, aka compared to the killer, aka mechanical killer, I guess is what the game is about. And it reminds me a lot about behavior now when it comes to Dead by Daylight. So like hearing that the game's losing a lot of players all because they're craving to the survivors, it makes me believe that the survivor mains might have went over and jump on that game, and I think they ruined it with their whininess of the killer doing this and that or losing without actually taking the time to learn and improve. And that also makes me worried about with Halloween because the number one thing, or not another thing that I've been also seeing, and there's no way I can predict this or not. This is something I can't really go up against because I can't predict the future of it. But a lot of people have also, like, besides Gun and Iphonic, of their involvement, or besides the gun involvement, besides Iphonic not updating their games, like beside all that bullshit and the game looking choppy and stuff, I've also been hearing that a lot of people are saying that the Dead by Daylight players, particularly Survivor, most likely that and the Twitch streamers might jump on Halloween and try to ruin that game next. Ever since what I heard about Carnival Hunt, and this is something I cannot really predict here because it very well be could be the case. I know that the DVD players, some that is that the ones that just love to stick to the game, and especially the ones that loves Myers, I know a lot of them want Myers back into that game, and there's a good chance that they're gonna try to ruin Halloween the game just to bring them back to their shit by daylight. And I don't want the game to be fucked up like what Carnival Hunt did. Now, I'm not saying that Iphonic is probably gonna like buff the heroes and nerf the Myers, because as far as I know from the history, in Friday the 13th, Jason was getting bullied bad. Then Jason got the buffs, and the counselors got the nerfs, and then it kind of continued that more before the lawsuit, and then it continued it a little afterwards after the lawsuit. Um, And then the same thing goes with Predator Hunting Grounds. I also know Predator was getting buff over the years, and the Fire Squad's getting I think there's some buffs Fire Squad got too, but like Predator's been getting buff a lot as well from over the years. So I truly believe Iconic wouldn't purposely want to nerf Myers, especially when he's getting buffed it on release. But I cannot say too much about Ghostbusters or Killer Clown. Well, Killer Clowns, I guaranteed it's bad, like because of that whole development mess that I already like said a lot of times, um and how that went. I could imagine that the clowns there are getting bullied, and there's nothing being done about it because IllFonic went on to Halloween after the game fell onto their lap while they were dealing with that whole mess back at Killer Clowns. And despite, they did say they still want to update the game on their own developer's website. I even have notes of this on my own channel, but I did, yeah. It's just then again, it's just happening and it's not good. But then again, the mess it went, like have Killer Clowns not went through that development mess with the previous studio, it wouldn't be so bad as of today. The only thing now that can be done is be improved, which Iconic does still tend to do, but now they're just getting their hands tied with Halloween. And on the magazine, they even said that they know how much Halloween means to the fans, so they even know that they cannot screw this game up. Like, they know they can't fuck it up like what happened to some other games, that they're not being popular. I mean, not saying they didn't really screw up any of their games, because they're still going, but like they know they have to be careful with Halloween, especially with all the doom posting and misinformation being spread around. Like, because like it was bad enough that they believe Gunn was working on the game, bad enough that Iconic had to go to the Twitch comments and say Gunn's not working with us. They're only co-publisher. We're the ones mainly in charge. Like, it was bad enough that they had to put up about it, but now it's just people like them thinking that they're gonna, like, Halloween's gonna lose support all because of what happened to their other titles. Like, nothing's being said much about that besides them saying that they do intend to update their games. And not a lot of people know that Killer Clowns went for a development mess until finally you got some content creators that are like the mindset of me that has been going around and helping like release good information saying, hey, Killer Clowns wasn't originally their game. It was made by a different dev studio and stuff. And then all this mess happened. Like, it was just pretty damn bad. But besides the point though, I'm worried that Dead by Daylight players and streamers are going to hop on Halloween and try to purposely ruin it by making Myers into a joke of a killer like they did with their game. And then bring Myers back to Dead by Daylight. And I even see some of them say, oh, it's another DBD clone. Like, how the fuck is it a DBD clone? It's so obvious that it is not. And I can go on many reasons as to why it's completely different than Dead by Daylight, but I'm not going to list them because it's just that too obvious. All you got to do is take a look at the Dead by Daylight gameplay loop and then the Halloween gameplay at the demo, and you can easily tell that it's just very different. The people that are saying that it's like another DBD clone is literally, they're probably Dead by Daylight players that want the game to purposely fail. When they know that the argument, when they know that they can't find a good reason as to why Halloween will fail, they'll say random things that are not true just to make the game fail, because they're very desperate to try to get Myers back. And I don't want Myers to come back to their game because of how they treated him over the years, especially after the rework. Myers is never Myers now. He never felt the same ever since the rework. It's a curse with him in that game. It's either he stays too weak but stays accurate to the films, or he gets a rework like what happened to become better, but now he's no longer Myers. It's a never-ending curse cycle. If we Halloween fans really wanted Myers to be accurate to the films and strong at the same time, like not become a killer joke, He needs a game dedicated for himself, just like Jason in Friday the 13th. That is the perfect way to do it. And this opportunity is here among us. But I don't want the DBD fans to try to fuck it all up. Like what I heard with Carnival Hunt. I don't know if what I heard about Carnival Hunt is true or not, but that's just what I heard. And like, if we take on how many people just want Myers back and all over the comments, it makes me really believe that they're gonna try to go over that game and fuck it all up. Like that's my biggest worry. And if that's the case, if worst case scenario they will, we as Halloween fans should not let it happen. We should be like we should keep the game active of the player count with us with the fans, and we should not let anybody change Myers any different or any joke like what happened to Dead by Daylight, because this is now or never. Like, this is even a biggest hit, and IllFonic knows that. IllFonic knows that this is the biggest hit that they sell in their magazine. They know that this has to go well. It's probably the most likely reason why they put all of their team onto the game and try to develop it with Unreal Engine 5. That's probably why, because they know that the game has to go well. It has to be perfect. Like, everything has to be really smoothed out and well done in order for this huge success. Because if Halloween fails, that would put a massive dent in not only IllFonic, but the entire game studio, or the entire ASIM completely. And, I mean, not every Dead by Daylight player wants the game to fail. Some do want Halloween to succeed. Because then, if Halloween succeeds really well, and Dead by Daylight start losing players, it would kick behavior in the balls real hard so that they can grow new balls to actually improve their game. Because seriously, the game's not improved. I know that I heard about the new update and the new killer and the new perk change. That's not enough to convince me back. Like, there's still a bunch of issues that need to be done. But I'm not going to list them because this video is not about Dead by Daylight. This is exclusively about Halloween. Now, with that being said, I truly do hope, and I do believe, that once Halloween is released, after those 19-day, or, well, officially released, like, in the September 8th, because that's early access. Once September 8th hits, once the game is out, I do hope that their studio can split and work on their other games as they promised it on their developers update website. And then keep Halloween going. And once Halloween, the game, comes out, we as fans should keep it going, keep it alive. Like, Friday the 13th had not only 16,000 players after release on Steam, but it had nearly almost 2 million when we count console and Xbox. And this is how the information here is correct, is that it was tracked for trophies. A lot of people that collect trophies for the game were processed, like data and stuff. Like, we can track 70 or 80% of people I saw on the PS5 and 4 that have unlocked this trophy or something like that. Like, we know a lot of people did play the game, at least on console. That and Xbox will probably be the same thing. But we as Halloween fans should keep Halloween alive and active, and hopefully once the game becomes a big hit, IllFonic can use this to build their studio so that they can maintain their other games better. And then if they ever have to work on a new game, like if there's ever a new IP game that they can work on, then I hope that once they grow enough of their employees, because they only got 68 this year, once they grow enough, like into like hundreds, probably thousands, I say, something like that, then they should do a two-team split up. Like, Team A work on the new game, and Team B maintain their other games. Like, that's how it should go. But yes, I still believe Halloween will succeed. And based on what I've seen in the trailers, it looks really promising, and I'm generally hype. A lot of people I've seen in the comments are also hype. It's not just some haters that I see spreading misinformation like I always see on every almost YouTube video. I have seen a lot of people that are really hyped about the game. Some even say that they want it released already, but it's very important. I don't want the game out yet. Like, not yet. I really don't want to, because you never know if there's any suggestions need to be done. You never know if there might be any bugs to work out, any tweets. You never know if there's something that needs to be tame before release. Because like I said, this is a big hit. It has to go well. It has to be perfect. It has to do very good. And we need to give it more time to cook in the oven if we want our game success. Usually rushed games will usually get bad reviews, and that screws up the game bad. And I don't want the same thing to happen to Halloween the game. So as much as I really want to play it, and us fans really want to play it, it is super important to be patient and wait until the game's fully released. Patience is key here, everybody. But yes, I do believe that they'll keep the game going and they'll do right. I hope that they'll do right. I'm pretty sure they will do right with Myers and his own game, and with like the NPCs and a single player. It's looking really promising. And you never know, we might get a lot of content from it from other films. We could get Halloween, like I said, we could get Halloween 2 and stuff. We can get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, or not 8, 6. H2O, Resurrection, Rob Zombie. We never know. I think the top ones would probably be 4, 5, and probably Blumhouse, maybe. Because I know Malik owns both the Blumhouse films and 4, 5 films, and then maybe 2. I think he owns half of that, but Universal will have to be involved for Halloween 2 so far, because they own the licensing districts. Now, 6, H2O, and Resurrection are probably the tricky ones, because I think they're owned by like Paramount Plus, so they would probably have to get involved for content there. So I think what the content would be is there might be a Halloween 2, but I'm pretty sure that we'll get 4, 5, Rob Zombie, and Blumhouse. And I know Blumhouse is the most requested. Everybody wants Halloween 2018 Myers to come, and that is very likely to happen. That's very possibility that it's going to happen. So, and also I did heard that the game did got banned in both Australia and New Zealand. So I don't. It's sad because the fans there that are really looking forward to playing the game now can't because of their government. So, but however, I did heard recently last night, I heard that New Zealand did unban Halloween. They did a workaround with the ban. So there, if they unban Halloween, there's a good chance that Australia would probably do the same. So for anybody who is watching this video from Australia, I really hope your government will unban Halloween as New Zealand did, so that you fans have the opportunity to play the very game that we have waited for years to come. I love I'm already loving Halloween based on what I've seen. And I do tend to make a lot of video out of it and a lot of fun. Me, Savini, maybe Zombie, we might all group together. We might all have a fun time. But we don't know yet because the game's not out. But from the looks of it, it looks super promising, and no doubt I'm ready to play. So once the game's fully released, we Halloween fans should play with our heart, play the heck out of that game for days, probably weeks, and keep the game alive like what Friday the 13th players did. Even the lawsuit, Friday the 13th players still want to keep their game alive with fan-made games. And no doubt we Halloween fans will do the same as well. Keep our game alive with the amount of players. And then I truly do believe that IllFonic will update their other games after Halloween's done, because like I said, they did promise that. And once they recognize Halloween's big hit with all of us fans playing the game, there's a very good chance that we'll be able to get new maps, new heroes, new Myers. Like the game has so much potential and it can expand. Is it going to expand like Dead by Daylight? No, it won't. Dead by Daylight is still going to expand based on the other IPs and stuff. But Halloween the game will expand on its own franchise. If we have Halloween the game expand on all of the films, all of the characters, all of the maps, all of the Myers, and everything related to the films, and then keep the game going for any bugs, any bug fixes, any balance changes, and keeping the server smooth and healthy and running and all the 24/7. I consider Halloween the game a massive success, and that's something I really am looking forward to. And I don't want to be doubted by anybody who just says otherwise. The game's gonna fail with the misinformation because they believe in random things that are not true. That I have been debunking a lot on every single comment of YouTube. And I don't want, we Halloween fans should not let DVD players go over to our game and try to ruin it with what I heard about Carnival Hunt, because it makes me fearful of that. And I even know some Twitch DVD streamers, I mean, some of them, they probably want Halloween to seed, but there's some that even want it to fail, like Tofio, or I don't even know if I said that right. He wants the game to fail. He never says why, though. Our Starva also wants to get, he believes the game is going to be shit, too. And this is especially crazy coming from someone who got ignored by behavior back at The Walking Dead. So hearing that is also crazy. But either way, I truly do believe the game will succeed. And I hope that once the game's released, we as Halloween fans keep it alive and healthy, so that we can have our one hell of a lifetime of the very game we wanted to play. So thank you for everybody for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.
Will that stun him? Got him.
My shotgun's right here. No, the machete has low chance of stunning him.
What'd you think?
Take that, you bastard!
I got his mask off!
Damn.
He left!
Oh!
He was pissed! He was so pissed!
He said, fuck this!
He got mad! He was mad at me! Wow.